What up, guys? Today we're back in Unreal Engine, and we're going to do something that, in my opinion, is harder than it needs to be. We're going to make this scene dark, and that's important to me because I'm a lighting designer, and this particular scene that we're looking at is going to be a proposed kind of parking lot show, drive-in, social distance, theatrical adventure, we'll say. So, it's just super helpful drawing everything in the daytime, getting all my assets lined up, the parking lot, everything's looking right and to scale. But now we want to make it dark. We want to light up the trees. We want to add some light for the actors and stuff. You can see we have some techies on the side. We have some cameras and the scaffolding towers, and we want to make it dark and light our scene. So yeah, let's get into it, and I'll show you how to do it. All right, so if we take a look at our world outliner over here, you can see we have a couple different things. We have the Skysphere blueprint, we have the skylight itself, we have the post-process volume, and we have the light source. Let's go through some things and take a quick look. One of the first things that I started to mess with in the scene was, I'll just make the light source, not as bright, and things will be great. Well, that helps to a degree, for sure. All right, so if we take a look at our light source here, you can see that I'm just bring it down from 15, I'll bring it down to 1. And yes, that kind of helps, but you can see that we're still screaming daylight in the back. And that there is this weird kind of overall glow. Let me put this all the way down to 0, just so that we can see. And yeah, it's dark for sure, but we can still see the reflection from the Skysphere. So let's take a quick look at how to change that next. All right, so now let's go back to our light source, and we're going to bring it up to 2, just so we can see a little bit of what we're doing here. If I were to grab my light source and rotate it, you can see that, it's like the sun. We're actually affecting the time of day here. So we're going to put it kind of at like a sunset-y angle. And sure, we'll leave it about there. We're going to go down to our Skysphere. And in the default, in our details here, we're going to check refresh material. Well, nothing happens because it's not referencing. It's not referencing anything just yet. We want it to reference the light source that we just angled down to 130 degrees. So what we'll do is under directional light actor, we'll go light source. Boom, it updates automatically for us. And then that's when we can start using the refresh material. So if we go back to our light source and we bring it down, maybe just even more, go back to our Skysphere, refresh material, you can see we're getting a little darker in the evening. Whoops, I just rotated the wrong thing. Maybe something like this. We can go back to our Skysphere, refresh. Great, now we're at nighttime. And now this is a little more believable of a nighttime scene than it was before. The light source I still kind of use as in a little bit more of a theatrical sense. Sometimes I'll put it as like kind of a light blue, and maybe even lighter than that. It's a little theatrical-y there. Something like that, and that just kind of gives it a little more of a believable nighttime vibe. So yeah. The other thing I will say is in the project settings, I'm not sure if I have it turned on or off yet. This has been kind of the bane of my existence for a while until I learned about it. But if we come to, if we go down to rendering and we go to lighting, if we allow static lighting, usually you can uncheck this and there it will go to pitch black, which is good in most senses. So we'll go ahead and uncheck that. It's going to prompt us for a restart. Let's go ahead and restart it and save, and we'll see us in a minute. All right. And now that all of our shaders have compiled, we can see that it's, a nighttime scene. I've already added a couple lights here and there and everywhere to kind of just brighten it up. But if we go over to our guy on stage, now we can kind of start dragging in some lights and making this look a little more theatrical than not. And that's the whole reason I'm using Unreal Engine, is kind of a secondary rendering tool for me. I got into this virtual production stuff kind of right at the beginning of quarantine, and we're going to bump this up to about 80. Well, maybe we'll go up to 120. Up, over. Let's give him a crazy color. Let's do pink. Duplicate that. Rotate this 180 degrees. We'll back this up just a bit. Let's put this at another crazy rock and roll color. A little pink and blue, classic. And go back to our guy. And that's the idea. Let me know if there's any other interests in Unreal Engine. I've used these skills and these processes on other show files. Pretty soon, probably sometime the middle of February, I'll have a video on my YouTube channel about a contest that I've been working on, and that's when it will have been submitted, so then I can show the public and stuff. And I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited to show everybody what I've been working on in Unreal Engine.